At the same time, I was still kind of annoyed because they always wanted to do something, and I just wanted to chill. But I was happy that I could help them, be happy and have fun. Because no one would ever bring them to the park or anything like that. So I was happy that I could do that. I brought them to the park so they can just play. I just basically look out for them. So nowhere people would, I don't know, attack them or kidnap them. The worst case scenario. You would just think the worst case scenario. That's about it. I just had to look out for them. And we usually play until it got dark, and then I would be like, okay, let's try to head home wherever. So, you know, um, I wish I could do more with them, but the problem is my arm, my my right arm. It's since I was little, it's been kind of bad, and I don't have as much strength at it. So when I'm gonna carry them or something like that, I can't do it as good because it's not as strong. But I still can do it, but I can't do it for super long because my arm will get cramped and hurt, right? Because it's not that strong. I operated, or what you would call it, when I was little and tried to fix it because it got dislocated, whatever. And it's a little bit better today, but my doctor said I could use my arm 70%, and I'm still training it so I could get stronger with that arm, so I can use it more. But it's fine. It's still fine. Like you know. Anyways, the only problem I had with one of the girls, it was my sister's, my older sister, her daughter, was that well, actually both of the girls there, they I know it's like a funny joke they do at home and stuff like that, but it's still weird. Okay, I don't know how to say this without being super super weird, right? Um, they would TikTok is taking over, right? Everyone's watching TikToks and stuff like that, and sometimes they watch weirder TikToks, and girls would dance weirdly. I would say suggestively ways. Uh, they would do some stuff. You have watched TikTok. I know you guys watch TikTok. I know you guys are down bad. I know what you guys watch. Okay, listen. I'm the same. I'm the same. I don't watch it all the time, but when I watch, I usually see that on my feed. Because they know what I like because they be spying on my phone. So they would recommend me that, and I know what they dance, how they dance, do the thing. And I don't want to say the word really, but they do like shaking behind and stuff like that. Stuff like that. And those two girls kind of dance the same way and do those things, and it's very weird, and it kind of disgusts me. And seeing that, I'm like, if an older girl, I'm like, oh yeah, this is yeah, pretty good. It's like nice, nice, whatever. I don't care. Like it's yeah, but it's children that do that, and it wanted to make me puke. I didn't want to be rude. I didn't want to say anything to them. I told them why I'm not gonna look when they do that, because every time they're like, oh look 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 when they dance or something, and then it's a suggestive dance or it's a weird dance. I tell them every time, I'm not gonna look if you guys gonna dance like that. I'm not looking at you guys if you're gonna dance like that. He's like, why? Why not? I'm like, I'm not gonna explain it. Okay, I'm not gonna go into it. So I'm just like, I don't like that. I was like, I don't like that. I don't want to see that. Okay, if you guys dance normally, whatever, like a little dance, if you want to dance, I can watch. I have no problem with watching you guys. But if you guys gonna dance like that, I ain't watching. I ain't watching that. And uh, I wish I could explain to them better, but my Thai is not that good. I wanted to explain to them like these dances, whatever, or what they're doing. It's kind of like you know, don't do them in public. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Please don't do that in public. They said we understand. We don't do it in public. Our parents tell us, and my mom's brother tells them to, and his wife and everything. They tell them that, so they know. But they sometimes like to jokingly do it anyways because they want to irritate them. But they know it's wrong, or it's weird, and they don't want to do it. And I say one time I felt very uncomfortable. I didn't know if I should say this or not to make it noticeable or not. Okay. Um, I think my my oldest sister's daughter, whatever. I think she likes me, whatever. And well, not only like me in that way, like me in other ways. I didn't want to think about it, but it's very clear, and I'm not that stupid to not see it at this point. I'm 23. I have been through life. I'm not gonna talk like I'm that old, but 23 is still old. So, she it brings me pain. But the thing is, I share like everything I do. Like that's why I usually say I'm like an open book. Like I have nothing to hide. I usually say anything. So what I'm trying to say is sometimes she would like oh god, oh god, oh my god, oh my god, oh um it it um I didn't want to make it noticeable. I didn't want to say anything because it didn't. I don't know if you should. I don't think. I think maybe it's just only me that thinks it was weird or whatever. I had no idea. But she would. Hopefully next year I can explain to her better, and hopefully she will not do it anymore. And I hope that she will talk to her parents more about this. And I do not want her to do this on me, with me, ever again. Um, that's about it. I am not talking about it anymore. So, anyways, moving on. I'm not talking about that anymore. Um, no, the last days, before I was gonna go to my grandma, I was gonna stay with her for like a week or so, and we went and ate at a place, whatever, and you know, it might be just me thinking that way or not. I think I'm just thinking over it too much because I don't know. I'm lonely and sad and whatnot. Not that sad. I'm kinda happy. It was like like I said before. I told this. I'm not gonna do anything about it. I'm not gonna do anything. But I'm just saying, like the older sister, right? Like I said, I've been in love for a very long time. I felt like every time we talk or we interact or I don't know, it gave me off a weird signal every time, and every time I catch her glance at me, or we look at each other, she always like glance at me, and then when I see her glance and she find that I looked or saw her look, whatever, she would just smile at me, whatever, and I didn't think of it too much. I was like, okay. I was like, oh, whatever. And I just smiled back, and nothing really happened. But that happened a lot of time. We didn't say anything. We just glanced and smiled at each other, and I mean, we talk. We do talk. Um, I was just weird because like I was gonna explain on the last day when we went to a restaurant. Her boyfriend, or apparently married, um her husband, that's how yeah, sorry, my English yet again. Her husband drove us to this restaurant to eat because it was the last day before I was gonna go to my grandma, like I said. It was very odd. uh I don't think she thought, like, she probably didn't think it that way, luckily. Well, I have no idea. I hope she didn't, but um, because her husband was there and he doesn't know me very well, and we don't know each other like that, and you know, um, I mean, he would think it's fine though, right? He didn't say anything. I don't even know he saw, but she would, for most part that night, she would just like have her arms around me wherever, like hold my arm or whatever, hold my hand or whatever, and just uh, stay very close to me in a weird way, whatever. In my head, we just felt like, you know, your husband is right there. I was like, he's right there. It was just sad. I was gonna go. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna come back next year. Hopefully, I'm gonna try to come back next year, depending on how the study looks like. But I'm gonna try to come back next year. She was like, oh, like, you really have to go. Like, can't you stay for a bit longer? I'm like, well, I had to go see grandma and stuff like that, and you know, um, we texted a little bit here and there. Um, yeah, the journey to my grandma and my mom's brother was kind of long. It took like how many hours to my um, mom's brother? It took with a car 4 or 5 hours, 4 or 5 hours. So my guy, my older sister's husband, he literally drove 4 to 5 hours to me and home for 5 hours. So my guy is a goat, okay? He goated. So thanks to him, he drove all the way. So he was very nice. Um, then let's see, to my grandma, it took it took I think it took the same, almost like 6 hours. I think it took 6 hours. I don't remember anymore. I think it took like 6 hours or something like that. When I arrived. Um. Oh yeah, I get to learn more about their story, whatever, with my old sister and her husband, whatever. They're not very good right now, or whatever. They argue quite a lot and stuff like that, and I'm sorry to hear about that stuff, but that happens in every relationship, and uh, it's a lot of complicated stuff. It's just complicated stuff. Okay, there was complicated stuff. That's all I can say. It was complicated, but hopefully they can get better, and stop the arguing and look out for the kids. That's about it. Boom. Um, yeah, okay. That's we didn't do that much with my grandpa. He was working. There was one day or so where him and I went out and ran together to exercise. And dude, my oh, not grandpa. I don't know. Can I call him grandpa? No, no, I don't know. I don't know how you say this. I don't know how this works. I don't know how it works. My mom's brother. Okay, he's goaded. He is. I do not how he can do it. He's older than me. He's older than me, right? I ran. I thought I had good stamina. I ran. Well, not that day. It was kind of bad because my chest was hurting a little bit. I was getting kind of tight, so I had a hard time to breathe. But I still, it was kind of, it worked anyway. I was fighting forward. Like I was just keep going. I ran and ran. I got tired, and he just kept running. He kept jogging. We weren't running. We were jogging. He was jogging back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I was like, I was like, oh my god, it's getting hard to breathe. Like, I have to walk a little bit to recover my stamina again. He just kept going back and forth. I just looked at him. He motivated me. I was like, how is this old guy beating me this bad? I was like, no, I cannot lose like this. So I kept trying. I ran more, and I tried, and I tried, and I stopped because I thought that I was gonna pass out because I had a real hard time to breathe. My chest was getting so tight that my chest hurt really bad. I, I'm just, I'm just amazed. He's not built like, dude. He's not built like an athlete or anything. But he had stamina. He could consistently jog back and forth, and it was amazing to see. And I was like, dude, I'm just that bad. I'm like, wow. Okay, I have to work on myself better. But at the same time, like I said, on that day, maybe I'm coping, but I had a really hard time to breathe. I just recovered from being sick. Uh, so I had still. Oh, sorry. Apologize. I still have a hard time to had a hard time to breathe a little bit, but it worked. After he stopped running, I felt so bad that I didn't run as much as him, so I stayed extra long time just so that I could make as much, but with a little bit of rest in between. I got so mad. I got so disappointed. I couldn't believe that he beat me. But he said he said like but I was running way faster than him, of course. That you didn't have to do that, but that was my pace that I was jogging at. I was jogging faster wherever, and he was kind of impressed with me how I could do that, whatever and stuff. And I just told him like, dude, you had so much stamina, and I don't get how. You're crazy. I just told him his stamina was amazing, like it was. And also other thing, I was really disappointed about the fruit. Because when I came to Thailand, I hoped that I would eat fruit, like good fruit back in the day. But they don't sell that where I was. Like at my grandma or at my sister brother, my sister's brother, like at his place as well. I couldn't believe they only have like fruit in cans and stuff there. No fresh fruit that you would buy and put in like um in a bag, whatever how you would say it. No, they don't have that. But apparently my mom said maybe if you were to go to where we lived before, like a bit further down, a bit away from the big city or the larger city, they would probably sell fresh fruit. I was like, oh, okay, well, I ain't no way I'm gonna travel all the way down there to get some fresh fruit, okay? So, I was kind of disappointed I couldn't eat the fresh fruit because there's a lot of good fruit there in Thailand, and I wish I could get it. Buying it here in Sweden costs extra because they transport it from Thailand to Sweden, and it costs extra. So when I would get a little bag, that costs quite a lot. But if I were to buy fresh from Thailand, I could get a large, literally a large bag that would cost less than I would have paid in Sweden. So that's about that. I don't think I missed anything. We didn't do anything else really at my my mom's brother's place. But they all were working. One of the girls is taking care of the kids, though. One of the sisters take care of the kids, so she was home with me for most part. She didn't work. She took care of the kids at home, and her boyfriend or husband, or I don't know how it works. I think her husband. I think he was working, and he comes and meet up with them maybe once a week, or yeah, like try at least once a week. I think how that works. I've never seen him though. I think I know I never get to see him because I always missed him because he would go with them somewhere, right? Take them to go somewhere, and then they would come back, and then he would go. I never got to see him, so whatever. Um, yeah. One more weird thing, guys. Just one more weird thing. Okay, I just need to say it. It's weird. It's weird to say. I'm just gonna say it, and I'm gonna move on. I thought that uh, I thought the Thai girls, right, or Asian girls generally. I mean, they don't have that big peaches, um, you know. But oddly, all the sisters do. All the sisters do. Okay, I don't know why. I don't know why I'm saying this, but they all did. That was just something that came up in my head when I noticed it. I know it was a random thought I had in my head, and then I thought about it. I was like, wait, all the sisters have big peaches. I was like, huh. But I was like, aren't usually Asian girls don't have big peaches? I was like, huh, whatever. Moving on. Moving on. Done. No, done. 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 It's weird enough. Done. I'm a weird person. I'm weird. I'm bad. I'm disgusting. Thank you. Moving on. Now I went to my grandma, my lovely, lovely grandma. Um, I love her very much. I love my grandma very much. She's very precious to me. Obviously, I like. Well, I don't want to say like that, but I love my grandpa more because my grandpa. Ever since I was little, I looked to him like my dad, right? But my real dad left me. Well, there's a lot of story behind how everything happened, but I think I told you guys before about this. But so my dad came from a rich family, right? His mom, his dad was kind of rich, and he himself took over, and he was kind of rich himself later on. And when my mom got pregnant, he didn't know if it was a girl or a boy. And after he got to know that it was a boy, he was trying to take me to live with him instead of my mom because in his family he wanted boys. He wanted boys in his family. Obviously, I don't know, to inherit or something. I have no idea how that works. I think his mom or his dad was Chinese, and then another one was Thai. One was Chinese, one was Thai, or whatever. I don't know if they do the tradition or not. They only want boys or something like that. I have no clue. Okay. Um. Yeah. So then what happened was obviously we said my mom said no. He's gonna stay with me, so I stay with mom. Luckily, I don't know. The thing is, I don't know how my life would have been if I were with him. Like I don't know how my life would have been. Like I, I don't know. I would never met the friends I have met today. I would not have gone to the same school. I would maybe not even be in Sweden. Maybe I would never have been got to be in Sweden, ever, and maybe be in Thailand and go over his work or whatever. I have no clue. But I'm somewhat happy where I am today. I'm gonna strive forward to be better, to study and get the job that I want to, and hopefully get money to help my family out. That's about it, really. I mean, There's not more to life than that. Um, so yeah, what I'm talking about with my grandpa is initially the reason why I was going was because my dad, yep, not the real dad again, my stepdad, but I'm calling him dad now. Okay, I'm just gonna call him dad. My stepdad, my dad, whatever. Um, he asked me if I wanted to go because he was gonna pay for my ticket to go there, so I can go and meet up with my grandma and my family and my grandpa, because he was sick. And he told me like I don't know how long time he has left. It's best you go now. And I was very happy about it. So I say fine. I'm gonna take time. I'm gonna do it. So I did. But the problem was um, he passed away. Um, he passed away a few days before I was gonna travel to Thailand. Um, my mom called up about it. It was a very bad place. I was in the middle of a lot of people, but I couldn't hold back my tears. It was impossible. I still remember word for word what my mom said on that day and what I did. It was very traumatizing because I love my grandpa a lot because I looked to him like my real dad because he took care of me every time I was little. And she told me, she didn't say much first. She said hello to me. It's like I was on my way to fix my passport and everything to get it ready, updated and stuff like that. And I was like, "What's up?" I'm just here. I'm gonna try to fix my passport, and then I'm gonna go back home, and help grandma. It's my Swedish grandma, not my real grandma, whatever. And yeah, she was like, she told me like, okay, I don't want you to panic. I don't want you to panic. I want you to breathe. I want you to stay calm. I thought of the worst thing first. Obviously, I thought she was obviously gonna say my grandpa passed away. You know, I was like, okay, wait. I've done this before. Like, this is too much of a conclusion. Too much of a conclusion. He probably went to the hospital again or something like that, or he needed something else. Or I was like, okay, it's chill. So I reverted my expectations from the worst possible to like a mild one, like a little bit lesser. I was like, okay, okay. I'm like, okay. Yeah, I'm like, yeah. I was like, what's up? I was like, yeah. So yeah, because I tried to be more positive. Just think of like it was nothing like that. Maybe something else. Like it's not because he's better, but maybe he fell or something, get hit, and then he needs to go to hospital or something like that. And not because I would be like, oh, okay, thank God it was just that, but still, yeah. And yeah, after that, she said to me just like calm down, breathe. I want you to collect yourself, and it was better this way. And I hope you will be okay. But I owe you to. I owe you. I need to tell you this, and it was yeah, it was exactly what I feared the most. Yeah, she told me that he had passed. He you know, and yeah, I couldn't really stop myself from crying. I got shocked. I just stood there and I thought I heard it wrong. I really thought I heard it wrong. I was like, I think I asked mom like passed away. I was like, you mean like he's gone? I know it's a weird dumb question. I don't know. I was so shocked. I don't know what to say. I just yeah. My mom told me she started to cry and she's like yes. he has passed on, and I want to tell you this now, because you owe you like you need to know as well. You're older, you should know about this. So yeah, but she confirmed it. I start crying. In the middle of the street, everyone was walking there. I started crying. I thought I was gonna collapse, so I just tried to find a bench to sit on. And luckily, I was actually right beside the bench. It was right there. So I just took my place and sat on the bench right there on the side and bawling my eyes out. And yeah, I was just very sad. And a lot of people looked at me. I didn't care that much. I was very sad. One person came up to me and asked if I was okay. I couldn't really talk. I was crying. I waved them off, and I think I said I'm fine. I'm fine. And then they walked away, and I just sat there and cried for a while. And I remember my mom asked me, like, tried to talk to me, and I couldn't really respond back. And yeah, my mom told me, like, he was hurting quite bad. He didn't feel that good, and it was better this way. And because he was feeling really bad, so basically it was just better that he moved on and not get hurt as much and stuff like that, so we can move on. Yeah, I mean, now of course I wish I could have met him and talked to him one more time, right? But at the same time, I'm kind of happy that he didn't have to hurt anymore. Like, he didn't have to suffer anymore. He can pass away in peace and stop suffering. When I got to my grandma, she told me of the time when he was sick, when he was started being sick and stuff like that, and how it got worse and worse. We thought it was gonna get better, but it just got worse and worse. And at some point, the doctors told my grandma that they will need to do a operation, and it will cost quite a lot. And the operation is not even 100% that he would succeed and live. Like, there was a high chance that he could just die from the operation itself. So my grandma thought, like, since we don't have a lot of money, my grandma thought it was the best to not do it, because just thinking of a maybe after operation, maybe he will survive and maybe he will get better, like, it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to pay for it. Like, the maybe, because we were already struggling. We couldn't find the money to pay for it. The only one person who could pay for it was basically my mom, right? And she was not rich. She didn't have that much money. So we didn't really have that much money for the operation anyway. And no, no. And then she just told me that, what if they did the operation and he would just pass away from the operation? Then they will still have to pay a bunch of money for, because they will still have to pay money, and grandpa would already have passed away. And we all thought it was best to not do it, just get some medicine, let him rest at home, and it was at home where he passed away. You couldn't ask for more. He passed away with his loved ones. Well, my grandma told me it was at night. My my grandpa passed away at night. It was my grandma couldn't really sleep. She had a hard time to sleep. She lost a lot of weight during the time when she was taking care of grandpa. Because she had to look out for him all the time, or else he would hurt himself or something. He had a bit of amnesia as well. He forgot a bunch of stuff, and sometimes he didn't know where he was. So she always looked out for him. He didn't feel it well. Anyways, it was late at night. My grandma woke up, heard him breathe kind of heavily, and then yeah, she just said like he just did a few, and then he stopped. Like he breathed two, 3 times, and he didn't breathe anymore. He just stopped. And my grandma knew exactly what happened, and she knew that he had passed away, and she hugged him and kissed him, and then at the same time, like a movie, but at the same time, my mom's little sister, younger sister, came back home. But she worked late at night, and my grandma told her, just come and hug your grandpa. Goodbye. He has passed away. And that's that. Both my mom's little sister and my grandma told that this was the best. Like it was the best case scenario, and actually was very good, because if you would have seen him now, how he was, you would be more sad. They told me, and I think I agree. I think if I saw the state of him, how he was, how they told me he was, I would have been way more sad than happy to see him. And they told me like it's better because you can remember him the way he was before and not how he was now. You remember when he was still strong, healthy, he can walk, and because you saw him now, he can't walk, he don't eat, he's skinny, he's sick all the time, he has amnesia. They just told me you're lucky. Like it's better this way. Of course you would like to meet him, but this was the best possible thing. So yeah, I'm trying to move on from that, and like I said before, I wish that I could have met him in my dreams and at least talked to him for a bit, but it never happened. I don't know why. I hoped a bunch of time that I would meet him in my dreams so I could talk to him for a bit, even if it's just a dream. But it never happened. It never happened. It haven't happened yet. I've been trying to wish that I could dream of him so I could talk to him, but it never happened. Yep. Okay, let's get away from the sad story now, shall we? That's enough of that sad story. I'll be fine. I'll move on, and hopefully I'll be able to take care of my mom, my mom's little sister, and my grandma. My mom's little sister was like my mom as well, my secondary mom, because at first my mom moved to Sweden, right? With my stepdad, and she was trying to fix everything, learn Swedish and stuff like that, and get a job there before I came, so she could take care of me. So once she did that, she took me back to Sweden, right? But before that, I stayed with my mom's little sister and grandpa and grandma. And I would call my little sister, my mom's little sister, mom. I thought for a while she was my real mom. And then when I got to know my real mom, I was like, what? This is my mom? I was like, what? What? I was like, that's weird. I don't want to be with her. So my mom got really sad. And it was like, but it didn't take that long. I was little, so it didn't take that long before I really started to get attached to my real mom later on. So I got attached to her later on, you know. So it was fine. But at first when she came, I didn't want to be with her. I didn't want her to hold me or anything. That's what they told me anyways. Like I didn't want my real mom to hold me at all or anything. And my mom got really sad. She was like, "Oh, he doesn't want me anymore." And my grandma was like, "Take it easy. He's just a child. He will get attached to you later. You just have to open up to him a bit more. You know, take it easy." And you know, and that's what she did. And you know, I got attached to her later. And you know, I moved with her when I was 6 years old. I moved to Sweden when I was 6, and I started to study in Sweden ever since then. Anyways, when I was there at my grandma, I was with grandma for the most part. We just talked about a bunch of stuff, and my Thai was pretty bad. We only spoke Thai, so with my 40% Thai, it was really funny how I word things, because that's not how you word things. And for them it sounds really weird. They're like, what are you trying to say? I was like, oh, okay, it's not okay. I said it wrong. Okay, fine. I'm gonna try to figure out something else. And then we just laughed, but not a bully laugh. Just thought it was funny how I word it. So I tried to just word it another way. I got to do actually a lot more when I was at my mom's little sister's place, or I can grandma's place. Went out and ate like almost every day, because one of her how we say it, her my I mean to call sister. Okay, sister. It's not sister. Oh, I call mom too. Mom too. My mom's little sister. I'm just call mom too. Okay. Okay. So mom too. Her boss. She is a very kind person. She's super kind, and she would like get us to different places and go out and eat, and you know, my English is so bad. I don't know the word to say. I have it in my. I don't know the word to say. She would like pay for the food and stuff. You know, she would do that. It was very kind of her. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, she would offers to go out and pay for the food and stuff like that. You know, that's what I wanted to say. She's a very kind person, so that's why we went out a lot of time and ate. And one of the nights, went to a party right after we ate. Went to the party with the co-workers and everything, and yeah, it was pretty fun. It was pretty fun. We went to a party place where we danced and drank and had a great time. It's not really my place. I don't like to do that much, but you know, I still have a great time. I'm willing to do it sometimes, just not very often. So I had a great time. One thing though, I think, yeah, I told this in my story also. Everyone there, we were just dancing, and then on the table, right beside us, like in front in front of us, where we were, there came like, first it was just a bunch of guys and one girl or something, I don't know, like 2 girls, 3 guys, I have no idea. And then they left, and then the table was offered somebody else, and they came like 3 girls, dude. Okay, they looked stunning. They looked absolutely stunning, all three of them. And the funniest part, a bunch of guys tried to hit on them. That was the funniest part also. And dude, one of the girls there, man. Oh my God, one of the three, right? She, oh my God, she was like thick as the oatmeal, man. It was insane. She was so she. Yeah, that's all I can say. You can just think how yourself, okay? She was literally hell. She was. I'm sorry for my wording here. I apologize, but she was hella thick. Okay. She has she had big honkalonkas. She had nice bonkalonk back there, man. And everyone in that club tried to hit on her so bad. It got so annoying because a bunch of guys kept going up to her all the time, and because she was right in front of our table, there were always guys that came and talked to her or tried to talk with her, like, oh, do this, do that, blah blah blah, and ah, damn, man. I didn't even, like, I know her a long time ago, because that's how my eyes work. It just ping! It just tells me, hey, do, there. I'm like, what? Oh my God! I already seen it. If you say, oh, look at that, I already seen it. Okay. So the guys that we were with as well on that night when we were partying, they were like, oh my! Even no, there was actually there was not even the guys who said for it was the girls. The girls like, oh my God, girl! I was like, oh my God! The girl look at the table. You see those girls, three girls there? Like, yeah. And then another girl, when they started, like, oh my God, look at that one! Holy shit! She has huge breasts. Oh my God, like huge ass, huge breasts, everything. They're like, oh my God! Like, and then the problem is when she was dancing, sometimes she would bounce up and down, and they were like, do you see her move? They just boing. Of course I said it. Of course my eyes would obviously lock into it. I was like, oh my God, bro. I don't want to say anything else. I was just I was bricked. Okay, that's how you say it. I was bricked. I was like, oh my God, that thing was just. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. So, anyways, we all on our table. All of us were talking about it. The guys were talking about it, and we looked at them for a while, and we still kept talking about it when we went out of the club, at night later. And we were like, "Are those even real? That is crazy." And I was like, "Oh, look at all the guys that came up to her and stuff like that. Like, oh, poor girl, whatever." It's like. And then the other girl's like, what do you mean, poor girl? Like, she dressed like that for a reason, If she didn't want to be seen like that, she would dress a different way. She go into the club dressed like that. Of course, she wants attention. And everyone's like, oh yeah, well, yeah, fair point. So, yeah, that night, amazing. Her, amazing. Oh my God, man. I wanted to see. Okay. Yeah. Well, our story is about to head to an end here, actually. I didn't do that much. I went and visit my grandpa's what would you call it? Memorial thing, I think you say it. Grave. His grave. I mean, we we at the temple at the temple. I went to the temple and I got to see where they buried my grandpa's skeleton, whether or not would you say it, and yeah, that's where he lied, and I got to say hi to him a little bit and talk to him for a bit, and then No, I said I'm gonna come here another time and visit again. It was it was great. I really I really enjoyed my time being in Thailand. I mean, afterwards I didn't do anything else. It was just chilling, talking, and yeah, I went back to Pattaya to meet up with my dad. I was gonna stay with him like 3 4 days before we were gonna go home because we were gonna eat at the dinner table because we had booked it. It was at a Swedish place because we wanted to eat like like celebrate Christmas, together. So that's what we did, and we had a great time. I ate a lot, and it was good. It was good. I mean, most of the time when we went out, because I'm the only one who could speak Thai, right? It was fun, and I'm able to speak to the girls, right? And they all were so jealous all the time, like, dude, I wish I could speak Thai too, so I could talk with these girls, man. And I was like, dude, you can speak with them and everything. I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's nothing that special. They understand English, but of course they happy if you can Thai. It's like their language. They're like, oh wow, you can speak Thai. I'm like very happy, and I would talk with them. I mean, I hit on a few of them sometimes just for fun. Nothing weird. I'm just like talking, just just normal weird talk. I don't know. I didn't say anything much. So, I mean, there was one time, for example, when I think I told this in my story too. I'm just gonna tell it shortly. Um, when we were at this bar, wherever, I mean, it's normal that you can ask the bar girl to come home with you, to 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 you know. So one of my dad's friends, he really liked this girl at the bar. She was new though, he didn't know, but it doesn't matter. He's like, oh, she's very pretty. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead, guys. So he asked her, tried to talk with her, but like he first, he gave her a few drinks, like oh, no, not a few. He offered her a few drinks if she wanted to drink, and she's like, sure. I mean, it's her job. I don't know how it works, okay, but I guess she has to accept. She did. They sat together and then drank, and it was fine. And he asked her later if she wanted to go home with him to his place. He would pay for everything. And he would pay her. He would pay for the taxi there and taxi back. And she would be back here later. Like, that's it. He would just stay with him for a little bit and then go back to this place. He would pay for everything. I didn't think she understood very well. To me, when I looked at her, she looked kind of scared. So I asked her in Thai, like, I was asking her like, are you alright with this? Do you understand what he's saying? She's like, no, I don't really understand what he's saying. I'm like, well, okay. I was like, are you okay though? Like, if you need me to translate, I can translate to him. She's like, no, it's okay. And I was like, okay, so, and then he asked me, like, the friend asked me, like, can you ask her, like, if she can follow me to my place? I'll pay for everything. So I did ask her. I was like, okay, so he wants you to go to his place. He will pay for the taxi back, like there and back home, back here, so you can come here later. And she was like, I don't know. And she was like, I'm kind of new here. I was like, oh, damn. I was like, oh, okay. And I just told him, I don't know. She's not sure. And he was kind of persistent because he really wanted to get with this girl, I guess. So he asked the boss there, like, there's one girl who usually take care of all the girls at the bar girls, wherever. You talk with her, the big boss. So he talked to her about it, and she was like, okay, fine. I'm gonna ask her. And then he went and asked, and the boss went and asked her, the bar girl, again, like, do you want to go with him? He's offering to pay you. for the service, and he's offering to pay you to go there and pay you to come back here. And no, no, she was like, she was still not sure about it. She was like, but it was hinted that she didn't want to. She was like, I don't know, I don't think so. I was like, no. And he told him, and he was like, really? And then, she still sat with us for a bit because he wanted her to sit with them still. And then he kept talking to her like, come on, like, I'm gonna pay for you everything. I'm gonna pay for you good there. I'm paying for you to be there with me, and you're gonna come back here safe, and nothing gonna happen. I'm gonna get you a taxi to drive all the way here so you can come back here. And she looked very uncomfortable, and the white knight is here. Okay, yes, the me man. Okay, me man. So I told him, I just told him like, yeah, no, she doesn't want to, man. Just let her go. And like I was like, she don't want it, She's new here. She doesn't feel comfortable you doing this. So he was like, come on, like just tell her like I'll be gentle, I'll be nice, I'll pay her. And yeah, I was like, okay, fine. So I told her about it again. She's like, wave her head back and forth, like side to side, like no, she didn't want to. And like, nah. I was like, you know what? She don't want to. She do not want to. And then I just, took his hand away from her. I'm like, yeah, no. Like so he can stop, touching her or whatever. So I just told him, nah, she don't want to. She do not want to. And then she, thanks for the drinks and got back to the bar, behind the bar, whatever. And like not that this guy is bad. He's just very persistent. He's done this many times before, He was just, he didn't want to give up. He didn't want to give up. So, but he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy. Okay, he's not that bad. He just told me, funny enough, I thought he was gonna get mad at me. He got a bit annoyed. Who likes white knights, man? Yuck, white knights. But he patted me on, on the back and be like, "You're a nice kid." I was like, thanks. I was like, oh, yeah, thank you. I guess. He's like, of course I wouldn't have done it if she obviously didn't really want to, It's like I'm not a. He's like, explain to me, I'm not a bad guy like that. Like I understood, but sometimes in life you have to try. And I respect that, but I was like, yeah, I get it. It's like, yeah, he's just like, you're just too nice of a kid. I was like, okay, thanks. And yeah, then he went home after that. He was getting tired. He was gonna go home anyways. He thought maybe she could go with him, But he went home alone, or just call up somebody else. It's not that hard. I mean, it's Pattaya. Okay, you can get girls from any corner of the city. Anyways, before we went away. I went and to the bar and asked her again, like, ask her, you're okay, you're okay, right? Because sometimes, it can be traumatizing for somebody, maybe. I don't know. I just thought, I just thought maybe. So I asked her again, just like before I went, like, you're okay, right? I was like, She's like, no, I'm okay now. I'm okay now. I was like, oh, good. And I was like, just be careful out here, with these guys, I said, like, I know it's your job and everything, but just take care of yourself, or something like that, like a white knight. Yeah, woo! Like you do. Wow. Such a shad. And then she just said, thank you very much for helping me and everything, and and I was happy with that. I was like, oh, okay, no problem. And I felt happy. I felt good, and yeah, and then I went home. So to end this story off, I went back home again to the new apartment where I live now. Um, you know, I got back home with my mom. My grandma felt better, so I could move out. I go and visit my grandma time to time to see that she's okay. And when she calls me, I can get over there and help her. I usually come over once a week to go and help her with stuff, when she needs it. So she's okay. She's okay now. And yeah, that I think that's covered the whole story. I don't think I have forgotten anything. If I forgot anything, I might just take it up on another video when we play a game or something like that. But thank you guys so much for listening, watching, or whatever. I mean, this is more of a listening experience. So, I'll have gameplay in the background, but it's not very noticeable. It's nothing special. Just some gameplay of whatever game I do. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for listening, watching. I'm gonna try to hopefully do better in the future. Maybe try to vlog it a little bit, but I don't really want to walk around with the camera all the time, when I'm relaxing and stuff like that and meet my grandma and stuff. But I'll definitely, hopefully, if I travel there again, I'm gonna try to get a try to film some stuff with my camera or something like that. So yeah, hope you guys have a wonderful day. Hope you enjoyed this. I know it was quite long, but it was, what do you expect, I think I thought at first when I was recording this, I'm serious, I'm not joking. I thought at first I was just gonna do this for like I was like, okay, this is not gonna be that long video. Maybe I'll be done with this like 20 minutes or half an hour. But dude, this whole section has been like 2 hours. I'm not even gonna cut anything because I didn't feel like I need to. So I think it's good enough. Yeah. Hope you guys have a awesome day. Thank you guys so much for listening. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Love you guys. Love you guys.